Good afternoon, students. So today's topic, I had selected for you people are under the revision is the planning process. So we will start here with the revision of the unit number 2, that is the planning uh, in the nursing management. Now we will start with the introduction part. Planning is a basic function of the management and is a principal duty of all the managers. It's a systematic process and requires knowledgeable activity based on the sound managerial theory. Being the first element of the management defined by Fayol, planning is making a plan of action to provide the foreseeable future. Okay, when we had discussed about the principles or the function of the management, it was the word that is post corp. Whenever we will talk about the functions of the management, how the management functions and what are the steps, so first and the foremost step in the management or any kind of activity which require the management or how to manage a event, there is the first and the foremost function, that is planning. So whenever we have to go through with any activity or we have to complete any task that has been provided, we have to plan regarding that event or that for that actions. So here it is, planning is the continuous process beginning with the setting of the goals and the objectives and then laying out a plan of action for accomplishing them, putting them into play, reviewing the process and the outcomes, providing the feedback to the personnel, and modify the plan as needed. So what we do in the planning, the first and foremost we identify the event or we identify the task which we are provided with. Then we have to find out the the goal, what we means what's the reason behind doing the task and what are the objectives. So we will formulate the objectives and the goal of that event, and then certainly we'll discuss about how will the task will be carried out, which person will be involved in that, how much time is required, how much money is required, how much manpower is required. So all will be planned in the, or can say it is the plan of a action previously or priorly done before taking the real action or real step to complete the task. As planning is put into action, the management functions of organizing, leading, and evaluating are implemented, making all the management functions interdependent. So, whenever we have to go to the next function, it is the priority or it is the requirement of the time to completely do the planning first, then only we can jump to or can step to the next function of the management, that is organization, that is followed by directing, then followed by coordination, and all that is in the post corp. Next in it is like planning is a thinking or a mental process of decision making and forecasting. It is future oriented and ensures the desirable probable outcomes. Likewise, it involves the determining objectives and strategies, program, procedures, and rules to accomplish the objectives. While we are talking about the nursing profession, planning helps to ensure that the client or the patient will receive the nursing services they want and the need. It will be according to the priority, according to the need of the patient, and it should be qualitative. Mean whenever we are providing nursing care, that should be qualitative. For that purpose only it is required to plan any kind of a procedure, any kind of a nurses servicing that is done for the welfare or for the promotion of the health of the patients. Next is, planning should be based on the objective that should be framed in term of making a product or providing a services for the community. Simplification and standardization are the basic to sound planning processes. The product or service should be of the right pattern. Planning provides information to the coordinate work effectively and accurately. means is it planning gave the direction to the person or to whole team the way they have to move to achieve the previously set goal and the objectives, so that within the given time, within a certain period of a time, within the provided amount of the money, within provided number of the workers or the supervisor or the subordinate, they will be able to achieve the given task. A good plan should be based on the objective. For the the planning process should be effective, and it can be done only if we are provided with a clear objective, means what ultimately we have to achieve. If we know that thing very clearly, it provides us kind of means direction, or can say clue that how we have to move and in what way we are able to achieve the objectives. Be simple, it should not be complex that is not understandable by others. It should be simple and it should be sequential, so that everyone should be able to understand that, and everyone should be follow that without any chaos between the team members, between the superiors and the inferiors, or between the subordinates. Even have the standards, mean it should be standardized. It should not be like it is irrelevant, it don't have any back, it do not have any kind of particular protocols or guideline to be followed. Means there should be flexible. It's not be like if you had planned something in this sequence, so you will go in that sequence. No, if particular sequence number, if the particular event is not going according to the plan, we can make the changes in that. We can bring change, and we can change our way, we can change our direction, which can simplify the achievement of the objective. So it depends on either we are able to attain those goals by the pre-planned process, or if we are not, then we can bring some kind of changes in that plan to achieve the goals. Be balanced and use available resources first. Mean there should be utility of the resources properly that are in our hand, and then we will move toward the resources for which we have to spend, or more money, or we have need of other equipment or other articles or other things. Now we will here discuss about the definition of the planning. So if we talk according to Millet had given the definition of the planning, that is, planning is a process of determining the objective of administration efforts and devising the mean calculated to achieve them. Or we can say planning is a continuous process, mean till the day we are not able we hadn't completed the task, planning goes through. It's not कि once we had planned we will stick to that, we have to follow that. No, every day there are certain changes because it is dynamic, and there are a lot of changes that used to take place when we used to implement the theory into the practical one. So there are certain changes that is required with the time, and it is the necessity of the time and uh, of the situation. So accordingly plan should be changed, or it can be continued. It's not like firstly it was decided and then only planning was done at the first. No, after that there is no way, or there is no place for the planning. No, it is not like that. So it is a continuous process of making the entrepreneurial decisions systematically and with the best possible knowledge for their future, organizing systematically the effort needed to carry out these decisions and measuring the result of the decision against expectations through systemic feedback. This was given by Drucker. Now we will study about the nature of the planning. If we talk about the nature of the planning, planning is a comprehensive term, and it involves choosing a course of action from all the available alternatives for accomplishing the desired result, which are economical and certain. So, planning is a rational, dynamic and integral process. Rational mean there are the rationale, or there is the logic behind every step we are planning for, and everything we are trying to put into the action later on. There is the a reason behind everything what we are planning for. Dynamic, it is changeable with the time, with the situation, and with the need of the event completion or to achieve the objectives. And it is the integral process, it is continuous process, it goes with all the function of the management. Either it is about the organization, in organization even planning is required separately, indirectly planning is required separately, how the nursing supervisor or the other supervisors, even the superintendent higher authority, how they gonna direct other their subordinates. Then if we talk about the budgeting, in budget there is a separate planning process, in reporting and recording there are separate planning project. So it is an integrational process or it is a continuous process, and it goes with all the function of the management. So it was the first point. Next is planning is the prioritized process and administration and the management involving conceptual skills, skill of analytical and the critical thinking, decision making and the problem solving. Okay, so it is the prioritized process, matlab it is the first and the foremost planning process of the administration and management. Just getting or can say jumping into anything, before that we have to plan, before that we have to think about its pros and cons, think about the benefit, think about the losses, think about the man money and material we have, think about the budget we have. So everything we have to think of previously, and that is included in the planning. So it is the first and the foremost step while we are getting into any kind of event for its completion. Using of assumptions regarding the future means here we have to assume, okay, if we had given this plan but if it isn't working, or if there is any kind of a hurdle or there is any kind of a obstruction, we will not be able to follow this direction, we will not be able to go with this way. So there should be an alternative. So there should be a clear visualization of the future, that this plan what we are planning, is it theoretically or practically both implementable or not. If it is not, then what will be the other adject sorry other ways by which we can achieve, or other alternatives which we can follow to achieve the goal ultimately. A formulation or the proposed activities believed necessary to achieve the desire, mean it will give us the task. Okay, if we have any kind of event to complete, then we will have this certain task in between of that, which give us the direction that firstly we have to complete this task, then to follow this one, to follow this one, to follow this one, and ultimately we will achieve. Means it will give us the certain activities which can be divided and which can be done by the group of the people separately, simultaneously at a particular time, or which can be followed. So depends on the activities. Next, uh, planning is the rational, conscious and the deliberate effort. It is effort which is given by the planning members, the committee which has been formulated by the organization to do the planning process. Next is planning is not a static process, it is dynamic. I told you it is not fixed one, it is changeable and need continuous adaptation in the light of experience. Constant evaluation is required in every stage, in every step that we are doing. Okay, like if I had planned ki I have to do this thing, but at the same time I have to think for the pros and cons of that particular plan, and we have to continuously review that, evaluate that, either it is effective planning or not, either we will be able to achieve what we want by this plan or not. Follow up should be there, and redecision if we are finding out any kind of a flaws, any kind of mistakes in that plan, we can redecide and we can reformulate the plan. Flexibility in the plan are consequently not undesirable. There should not be a absolute rigidity about the plan. So explain to you all people, planning is a comprehensive and integrative process, not confined to any one branch of the knowledge. So told you, planning is not being done by the particular kind of a single group of the member. We require the diversity. We require lot of people with lot of ideas, with lot of skill, with lot of knowledge. Those have different creativity. Means those person with the different level of the creativity, different mindset, different skills, different experiences, they will collaborate together. They will put their words in between, or they will formulate out with the, or they will get out with a certain kind of a plan that can be effective. Because when two or more creative mind get together and they think for a thing, for a particular event or for a particular situation, they are able to resolve that situation more effectively than if it is done by the single person. So it is the integral method. Lot of the departments are being get collected together and do work together. Planning is inevitable at all the level of administration. Here inevitables mean that it is unavoidable. Means I told you, planning cannot be done at the beginning only. It is required in the every stage and every function of the administration and the management, and we cannot avoid the planning. Even if we are going for the shopping, we used to plan at home ki I'll buy, I have this much of the budget, I have to buy that much, I have to save that much, and it should be like this, that much for the auto fare, that much for the taxi or whatever, that much for the grocery, and I have to save that much. Even for the short thing, we used to do the planning. Either it is the home related activities or something. And when it comes to the services that are for the public reasons and that is providing benefit to the public, planning is required there, and we cannot avoid the planning process. Now we will discuss about the purpose of the planning process. So here the purpose of the planning process. Planning increases the chances of success by focusing on the result, not on the activities. So ultimately what we are planning to get to the results or get to the objectives or get to the goal what we wanted. So it gives us the direction or the ultimatum where we have to reach, instead of focusing over the steps or the activities that is to be followed to complete that objective. Next is, it forces the analytical thinking and evaluation of the alternatives, therefore improving the decision. Told you, it is like continuous analysis goes through the that a lot of the persons with their creative mind, with their thinking, with their critical ways to resolve the situations, they all get together and they evaluate the alternatives for, means to achieve the goal, which is the most best or the suitable way, or which is the most likable way or the direction by which we can ultimately reach to the goal. So it involves a lot of mind to think of the alternatives and to find out the good one, and then ultimately find out the one or the best one wala alternative to reach to the goals. Next is, it establishes a framework for the decision making that is consistent with the top management objective. Means there is a kind of a framework, there is a net formation, there will be the web formation, means how the work to be included or gonna work out in the practical world. Like two activities can go simultaneously, some activities will be followed by after that, and during that some other department will carry out other work, and collaboratively, mean there can be a web formation, there will be a kind of a framework, or we will get a flow chart how we gonna do the activities and how we will reach to the goals. It orients people to action instead of reaction. It includes day to day and future focused managing. Sorry. It helps to avoid the crisis management and provide decision making flexibility. Means it giving us the future eye. We are able to find out what kind of a consequences and what kind of a problem we can face. So for that purpose, if we know what problem we can face, we will be already get ready with the resolving events or other ideas which can resolve those issues at the time of happening, means we can avoid the situation of the crisis there, and we can use the decision making flexibility, means we can change the alternative or we can choose the another way to get done with that activity. It provides a basis for the managing organization and individual process. Told you it is the first and the foremost function of first and the foremost function of the management and administration. So it is providing the basis, I mean it is providing the next step to the other function of the management. It increases the employee involvement and improves the communications. It is cost effective, I mean cost effective how? If we are planning previously or priorly or getting into the action or putting yourself into the real situation, we know this is the way we can save the money, that much of the man is required, that much of the material is required for the completion of task, and we are prepared for the activities how we have to do, means there will be no more experimentation in the real situation, and that can save the money even, and means saves our money, mm, enhances our budget. Now we will talk about the principle of planning. First, as the planning must focus on the purpose. The planning should be according to the goals or according to the objective of that particular event. It should always be based on the clearly defined objective. So, plan should be according to what we need. It should not be accordingly to the comfort or to the means according to the mind of the person. It should be according to the objective of the event. Planning is a continuous and it's it is integrative process, sorry for the miss, which includes a series of steps. So continuity and flexibility should be maintained in the planning process. Planning should be simple, and there should be a provision of a proper analysis and the classification of the actions. In planning, there should be a good harmony with organization and environment, political as well as economical, etc. Planning is hierarchical in nature. Told you there will be the sequence formation and must have the organizational identification. I mean the sequence of the activities that is to be performed and by whom it to be mentioned in the planning process. Planning should be pre- pervasive activity, sorry, covering the entire organization with all its departments, sectors and different level of administration, and it should be balanced. Planning must be precise in its objective, scope, and nature. It should be realistic in its scopes and pinpoint the expected results. So, already I had explained all this principle to you. In planning, the provision should be made to use all available resources. Planning should always be documented so that all the concerned are fully committed to the implementation of the program. Now we will discuss about the component of the planning. What are the component of the planning? First is the objective. Objective are the basic plans which determine the goals or the end result. So our plan will be focused or will be planned accordingly or by keeping the objective of the event or the project in our mind always. So objective are the can say the considerable fact on which we can do the planning process. Policies, there are certain policies, written statement or the oral understandings. In some they are the general terms for governing the action in repetitive situation. Realization of the objective is made easy with the help of the policies, and they will providing a kind of a standards that to be followed while we are executing the plan, or there will be the formulation of the rule and the regulation, and there will be the maintenance of the discipline within the team members. So for that, policies are required while we are planning. Procedure indicates the specific manner in which a certain activities is to be performed. mean steps to be clarified. They are more definite and specific guide to action, but only for the fulfillment of the objective. Next are the program. So program well together different plans for implementing them into the completely and orderly course of action. Programs are necessary for both repetitive routine planning or non-repetitive creative planning course of action. And budget. The budget, while we are planning, budget should be kept in the mind, which results in the numeric terms like rupee, man hours, product units, and so forth. Now we will discuss about the characteristic of the planning. First and the foremost, managerial function explained you. Firstly, it is the there is that a word that is the post-corp that explain all the managerial functions. So post P is standing for the planning, and it is the first and the foremost function of the management. Then only we can proceed for the organization, staffing, directing, controlling, budgeting, as they are performed within the periphery of the plan made. Means it is a hierarchy. We can proceed for the organizing function only after the planning function. Next is a goal oriented. Planning is goal oriented always, means we are planning certain things or certain activities or certain plan of action is made just to achieve those the goal of that particular project that we are getting indulged into. Next is the pervasive one. In pervasive, it is sense that it is present in all the segment and is required at all the level of the organization. Okay, mean it is kind of at every stage what we require is the planning function. Next is continuous process. Told you it goes on until the end. Ultimately, we are when we are not able. Till the last day, okay, till the last day of the result or till the last day of achieving the previously set goal, planning goes on. It is the continuous process. Intellectual process, told you, means lot of the mental exercises required, lot of the creative thinking minds are required, lot of the critical thinkers are required, lot of the person with lot of experience skills are required in the planning process. So it is the intellectual process, like it involves the application of the mind to think, focus, imagine intellectually, and innovate, etc. Next is futuristic. In the process of planning, we take a sneak peek of the future. It encompasses looking into future to analyze and predict it so that the organization can face the future challenges effectively. Next is the decision making. So decision making are made regarding the choices of the alternative courses of action that can be undertaken to the reach of the goal. The alternative chosen should be best among all, with the least number of the negative and the highest number of the positive outcome. So that's all about today's topic. We had gone through the revision of the planning process. Firstly, we had gone with the introduction part, what is planning, what planning includes. Then we studied about the definition, then the characteristics of the planning process, purposes of the planning process, why we are doing the planning process, then the principle of the planning process and the component of the planning process. That's all about today's topic. In next topic, we will discuss about the characteristics, importance of the planning, why we are doing the planning process. Then we will study the a type of the planning, what are certain type of planning we can go through while we are getting into any kind of a project, or then we'll study about the strategical plan and the planning process. So that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.